Hello, Steve White, Steve Arts 89. Well, I saw this article and I had heard about this because this started back in 2020 in the wake of the George Floyd murder. Certain members of the San Francisco Pride March Parade said they didn't want police officers marching in uniform. And it was a fairly contentious issue, but it didn't really come to a head because the 2020 and 2021 Pride marches were cancelled due to you know what. But now it's 2022 and June 26th they're having the Pride March in San Francisco, and they are continuing to insist that police officers cannot march in uniform, or firemen cannot march in uniform. And they offered them the option of marching in T-shirts, which said what they did as a job, but they were not allowed to march in uniform because certain members of the committee, who could be characterised as social justice warriors, SJWs, but I won't call them that, but they could be characterised that way by some people, not me of course, basically just have no idea what they're doing, and they are just alienating allies. And this is not how you cement unity and create a positive environment. They're basically saying, because some police officers are undoubtedly bad, because some police officers are homophobic and some police officers are racist, basically in this tribal mentality attitude time that we live in, because not 100% of you are for us, none of you can be for us, so you can't march with us in parade. You can march as individuals and you can acknowledge what you do as a job with a T-shirt, but you can't wear a uniform because that is just offensive to some people who hate the police and hate the fire department. This is just bad. I think these people, I believe, my personal opinion, some of these people are just perpetual victims who just need to create enemies, and maybe we were getting along too well with the police department and the fire department, and they need their enemies. They need their adrenaline hit from playing the victim and being upset and being perpetually the victim. I think that's the mentality and attitude of some of these people. Particularly, I'm hearing some of the people on committee are younger and they are out of touch. They don't understand what the importance of having these people as allies. Because my understanding is the police who march, they march by choice. They're volunteers. They do it to show their support. They're not made to do it because the department as a whole technically has to support us. It's not like that. If it is, that's wrong. It shouldn't be done that way. It should only be people who want to be there, who actually support the community, and people who don't can make themselves obvious and stay at home. But yeah, I find this really offensive, and I feel bad for the police officers and the fire people, firemen, firewomen, thems, who are basically part of the community or supporting the community, have family members who are part of the community who want to show support but can't because their whole industry or whole group of people are being discriminated against because some of them are homophobic. I think it's ridiculous. I think it's wrong. And it's just creating division. And I think that's secretly what some of these people want, some of these committee members, because they like to play the victim. They get a lot of mileage out of it in their personal life. And I've met people like this who they just love to cause trouble and then play the victim of it. And that's what I think is the mentality of some of these people. I've met people like this in the community. And yeah, it's just really disappointing. I feel bad for the people who want to march and can't, because the mayor, Mayor London Breed, which is the weirdest name I've ever heard for a mayor, I hope that's not like a spelling mistake in the article, has basically said that they are withdrawing from their support, and they will not be marching if they can't march in uniform, because it is a slap in the face. It is disrespectful, and they will not be disrespected, and I respect them for that. And now they're just alienating people, because now people who are maybe on the fence are going to be like, yeah, they don't like us, so we're not going to like them. And that's just how it all perpetuates. So yeah, not impressed, not happy, disappointed, but not surprised, because we have people who could be characterised as SJWs in all these sort of groups, and they just make things worse. They make more division. They make drama just because they love it. They marinate in it. And they make it worse for the rest of us who are actually trying to make things better. And I don't want things to go backwards where the police don't openly support us. And you will have people now who will stand out and step out and feel that now they've been disrespected and people are offended, that they're probably going to step up and say, yeah, I don't want to be there because blah, blah, and people will support them because now they're the victims of the gay community, discriminating against them in the face of them actually trying to support. And then those people will turn. So that's what's going to happen on some level of the, in some, portion of that community. So yeah, I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. I can't believe I talked this long. But yeah, not impressed. It's not going to help. Not making things better. And these people need to be weeded out, so they don't ruin things for the rest of us and stop progress. That's my opinion. My humble opinion.